Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're doing well. KHALIL, the big Steppa Coe, scored, I suppose statistically you'd call it the best win of his career because he knocked out Gerardo Osuna, who was 20 wins coming in with 18 KOs, no draws, no defeats. And big Steppa just stepped all over him. Osuna, this is a light heavyweight, and he's from Mexico, and there aren't many bigger fellas from Mexico. If you looked at Osuna's record, you wouldn't have seen any familiar names. But with Mexico, you never know because they've got so many hidden gems, but not so much at the higher weights. You know, featherweights, yeah, maybe some super feathers, lightweights maybe, but light heavies, not so much. And KHALIL Coe, first round, it was one-way traffic. Coe just looked so much better, so much more refined and posed. He's kind of upright, does everything very sort of by the book. No visible cracks in his game. He's an orthodox fighter. He's also 27 now, so he's coming into his physical prime. Got his man strength, jabs beautifully. Quite economical with his punches, but when he fires punches, they're with meaning. There's a sort of rhyme and reason to them. He knows what he's doing. No problem with firing combinations. Controls the range well with his footwork. I really like this guy. I think he's a very, very good fighter. Now, Osuna, obviously the power is there because 18 KOs out of 20 wins. That's pretty good. And it's not like he's fought absolute garbage. He's fought, some people who've got, well, there's a few people in there who've got reasonable records. I think perhaps I'm being a bit too generous. If you looked at I looked at his box rec before I did this video. And yeah, there's an awful lot of stuff that isn't great in there. But you just never know with Mexico. I mean, there's so many fighters over there you've never heard of. I follow boxing religiously and I've never heard of half the guys in Mexico. But like I say, light heavyweights, it's not a hotbed for the bigger guys. And this really showed. Now, having said that, it's not as if Osuna did anything really badly. In the first round, he was outboxed. It was, KHALIL Coe likes to take his time early on, have a look. But he clearly won the round. In the second round, it was bodywork that undid Osuna because Osuna back to the ropes. Coe moved in, threw a huge right hook to the rib, and it caught him absolutely bang on the rib. And Osuna collapsed by the ropes, invisible agony. I mean, he was grimacing, but he got up, and he was still grimacing when he got up. He was clearly in a lot of pain, but he was ready to continue. He's got the Mexican fighting spirit. He then went down. Let me get this right now, because there were two other knockdowns. He then went down from another body punch. Got up, same story. And then I think he went down from that's right, it was a jab to the body because he stepped in and Coe varied the work, but jab to the body. And Osuna, being a come forward pressure fighter, he was walking into these body punches. And he walked into this jab to the body, which caught him right in the solar plexus. Down he went on his haunches, I mean, really in agony, visible. He wasn't trying to hide the fact he was in pain, and the referee stopped it. So after only, I don't know what it was, about a minute and a half of the second round, KHALIL Coe had his eighth win now. He's got a draw on his record. Of the 8 wins, 6 are by knockout. The draw was, I think it was his second contest. I can't remember. I never even heard of the guy he drew with. But he's clearly, moved up. He's moved up and gotten better and better. He turned pro in 2021, so he's only been a pro. He's only had 9 fights. He's only been a pro for a little while, but already he's looking the part. I like this guy a lot. Osuna, the record flattered him. He'd fought really no one. He's only 23 actually, Osuna, so he can come back, he can build. But if he wants to get proper work and really learn the ropes as a light heavyweight, he's got to move to the US or somewhere where the bigger fellas are more prominent, where there's more depth of talent. So that, because Mexico for 175 pounders is pretty much a backwater. He's going to have to go to America, base himself there. And at 23, he can do it. He's got all the time in the world, but you ain't going to win anything you ain't going to win anything if you just carry on knocking out, you know, Mexican light heavies who wouldn't make the top 100. You know what I mean? But for KHALIL COE, looking good, looking good. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Be interesting to see how his career pans out. And like I say, he's coming into his prime now at 27. So good fighter. Yeah. This was on the undercard of Peter Dobson versus Conor Benn. What did you think of it? If you saw it, leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button. Hit that like button. I always appreciate your time. Catch you later. Bye for now.